Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast for Thursday, March the 30th, 2017. Let's jump right to it. Psalm 130. Out of the depths I cry to you, Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to my cry for mercy. One of the things I love about the Psalms is that they're songs, so we just don't have the notes to them. These were lyrics to some sort of song that the old ancient people of God, the Israelites, would sing. So you hit the first verse of Psalm 130 is basically, Lord, out of your mercy, you've got to hear me because I'm down here in the depths and you're up there, not in the depths, but in the place of holiness. I need your mercy. What I love about this too is that the psalmist asks for mercy and asking for God's mercy. In that he says, Lord, hear my voice, which is a cry for mercy. And then he says, let your ears be attentive to my cry for mercy, which is like saying, Lord, out of your mercy, hear my cry for mercy. We need layer upon layer of mercy, which is good because through Christ we are offered layer upon layer of grace. Now, check this out. The psalmist goes on. Why do we need this mercy? Well, because of verse 3. If you, Lord, kept a record of sins, Lord, who could stand? I love this. I love the fact that realizing the grace of God is in seeing just how poorly we might stand before the Lord otherwise. I mean, if he kept a record of every single thing that we've ever done, every sin we've ever committed, we would be sunk. And, love is that which keeps no record of wrongs, according to 1 Corinthians 13. But we also must be mindful that God, in his righteousness and in the giving of his law, could and has every reason and right to maintain a record of our wrongs. So it's not that God says, oh, don't worry about the law shema. It's actually the law that helps us realize just how much we need grace. Man, if it wasn't for the grace of God, none of us could stand. If it wasn't for the work of Jesus, we would be nowhere. We would be totally lost. And the psalmist even articulates this in verse 4. He says, but with you, Lord, there is forgiveness, which is a beautiful thing, so that we can, with reverence, serve you. This is a great synapse for me this morning. God rescues us from our sin, forgives us, so that we can, in response to his holiness and grace, serve him. That he doesn't set us free to go and do whatever we want, that he really sets us free from sin so that we can be in a servanthood relationship to the Lord. Now that is challenging because that means that even though we are free, we are still connected to him, right? There's still a servanthood in place. But the servanthood is either going to be to sin in ourselves or to the Lord. There really is no in between. And the servanthood to the Lord is not oppressive and dark and overwhelming. It's life-giving and freeing because it's what we were meant to be in the first place. This is the God we serve. This is the one who comes to redeem us through Christ. And right now in this season of Lent, join me today in thinking about our need for his mercy and the overwhelming power of his grace and love. Go and serve him. That's RadCast.